Okay, I'm back. Day 2 of 12 Days of Book Club Muss. I just finished the story. Took me all day to read it. The second story, it was called A Quarter Life Crisis of Eleanor Mitchell by A.L. Hurd. Basically, it was about a teenage girl, or not teenage, actually. She's thinking about going off to college. She was in college, not high school. She was in college, but she's thinking about going to, I don't know much about college, but like more college? Whatever you call that, like even more college. So she was off at college and she kept coming back and visiting with her mom and this older woman who lives alone that lives down the street from her mom, and she's known her whole life. She was actually a friend, best friends with her Nana, who passed away when she was young. But she still grew up knowing this other lady who's not relation, but she's so close to the family that she's like, she calls her auntie. And she goes to visit her all the time. And whenever she goes to visit her, she always brings books. And then she reads the books with her. And her auntie bakes cookies or muffins or croissants or something like that. She always bakes something while she reads books. And she asks her for advice and things like that. And she's going through this sort of quarter life crisis because she doesn't know what to do with her life. She's scared of regrets, scared that she'll make a mistake, go down the wrong path, and then end up having regrets in the future because she's not quite sure where she wants to go in her life right now. She was going to school for psychology to maybe become a therapist, but she's not quite sure where she wants to go. And she has different colleges have accepted her, so she's having to make a decision on where to go. And she also likes this guy named Diego. Her name is Ellie. And she likes this guy named Diego who's in town that was like the boy next door that she grew up with and has liked for a long time. And so they go on a date together. They catch back up. And he's planning to go to California to work with computers, like IT type job, and he has his future all planned out. So she's trying to make a decision on what to do, and she definitely wants to be with Diego. So at the end, she decides she's going to go to Berkeley, and it looks like her future is going to be working in psychology and being with Diego. And she didn't want to go so far away from her family and her auntie, but she's like, I'll still find ways to visit, and I'll come for holidays and we'll video call each other and stuff like that. So it's just a short story about this girl going through sort of a crisis in her life and trying to decide what to do next. And at one point, when it said to open the present, it was talking about a rug. She was going to her aunt's house and she was describing the welcome mat. Okay, so she looks down at the jute mat. I'd never heard of a jute mat. Pristine despite the years. It has black letters and crisp lines that don't say welcome like any old mat, because Auntie would never be so boring. It reads, "Come back with the books." Ellie's taken that message to heart. She knows Auntie hasn't been able to drive in years, and despite their local library and bookstores being only a few miles away, the walk has become more and more out of reach. So that's when they were saying to open the gift. So the gift is also obviously round, and it feels like a rug. Feels like fabricy, sort of woven material, like almost like a basket material. It's obviously rolled. I can feel that it's this rolled thing. Day 2. It's in a cloth like bag that I guess I could probably store it in. I don't know what I would do with a rug, so I don't know if I'm going to really like this gift or not. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to be just like the one in the book, or if it's just going to be a totally different type of rug with design, because that first gift threw me for a loop. So I expected it to be kind of exactly what they were describing, but it's something more abstract that makes sense with the story, but isn't the exact object they described in the story, you know what I mean? Definitely looks like some sort of mat or rug. There's a little string around it. Come on, rug. Untie yourself. Probably could have just cut it, but just in case. You're not supposed to cut it or something. Yeah, it's just a string. Yep, it's exactly like in the story. Come back with books. Huh, interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do with the welcome mat, because it's not my house, you know? Kind of weird if I put it in my bedroom door. I don't know if I like it or not. It's kind of plain-ish. I think of something to do with it, I guess. Well, that's story number 2, day 2. Tomorrow we'll find out what's next. No idea. Bye.